Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the same team throughout the entire video, which is going to consist of a level 51 Pachirisu, a good IV Empoleon, and Gastrodon. This team did well. It is going to have a specific weakness, but you can change the order of this team. I'm not going to state exactly what it is, but it did well. It did pretty stinking well. The Empoleon holding up nice. You have to always look out for those fighters, of course. Now here's the thing about the fighters in the Sinnoh Cup. They're all going to be weak to, well, there's two. You have Lucario and Toxicroak, which are going to be the main ones, which are both going to be weak to ground. So you have Gastrodon for that coverage, and I'm going to have to say Gastrodon is amazing. It's been doing very well for me, especially with the Water Pulse. I mean, I'm not going to have to say especially, but I haven't really felt like I've been missing out not having Earth Power. Because like we've discussed already, Earth Power is a strong ground move, but your quick move on the Gastrodon is doing so much anyways, you don't really need it. While Body Slam is pretty good as well, you're not getting stabbed. But going up against a Drifblim, you're going to have that coverage with the Water Pulse instead of just sitting there vulnerable and doing virtually no damage at all. Alright, so Pachirisu is amazing. Will be getting walled by Gastrodon completely. You will be doing some damage, right? It's not going to be like a Stunfisk wall, but it is not going to be something that it appreciates, that's for sure. But with that said, if you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you do, turn notifications on. And let's see what we have going on here. Up against a Bastodon, swapping into our Gastrodon, and here you go, the Drifblim thing. So Water Pulse, let's get it. Now, you will survive a Shadow Ball here, but they usually go Icy Wind like that, so they, dropped our attack. Now we're not going to be doing as much. So if we had Earth Power and then, of course, the Body Slam, well, you're just going to be that much more vulnerable, and they're just going to be toying with you while they're just farming up as much as they want, knowing that they're not going to be able to take you out. But with the Water Pulse pressure, they're going to be sitting there thinking, okay, well, I'm going to have to shield this up. Technically, maybe, if I want to survive, that Water Pulse did an okay amount of damage. And there you go. Look at the Gastrodon pretty much almost taking out a Drifblim. They did go Icy Wind, lowering our attack, but hey, that's still good enough for me. Gastrodon did what it needed to do, and that's exactly why we like going with Water Pulse, and I'm going to stick by it now. I'm not going to say it's better than Earth Power, but I don't feel like you need Earth Power. Alright, so we take them out. Great. They did debuff us, so we kind of need to want to maybe swap. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Empoleon here up against this Drapion. It's a great matchup. Crunch does hurt. There you go. Shadow Drapions are that much more dangerous. We still have 2 shields, though, while the quick move on them is not doing much, but they're going to be able to farm up energy fast and spam us here while we're really digging in with our quick move and getting a shield out of them with our Hydro Cannon. So they're going Aqua Tail bait. That's fine. Hey, we can't risk it. Sometimes it is what it is. We're not all psychics. Well, I mean, I guess I can say nobody's a psychic, but look, you can't call everything perfect. They're swapping into a Bastodon here. This is great. So what we're going to do is just go for another one. Do as much damage as we can here, because this is still going to do quite a bit. There you go. Beautiful. Swap into the Pachirisu to just absorb this here, because it is a tank. Pachirisu can take hits. I mean, come on, level 51, and it is already tanky as it is. Yeah, so for all the people living up north who are able to collect the Pachirisu candies, we do have a bit of an advantage over the rest of the people because of this specific thing here. I guess there's been other Pokemon that are exclusive that have been somewhat meta in certain leagues. I don't know. You have Heracross, but you also have other fighters, so it doesn't get too crazy for the other regionals. But Pachirisu is, I think, one of the rarest ones around, right? And it's going to have a pink shiny whenever they do release that, so just a little heads up. If you're thinking about investing in one, if you have 100, then go for it. But yeah, Pachirisu shiny is pink. So up against the Frostlass here. Now this is a fine battle. I mean, I don't really care. Empoleon loves it, of course, because of the resistance to ice and the water. So we're going to go ahead and swap to catch, see if we can catch a Avalanche. That's fantastic. Let's go. So they're going to be swapping into a Toxicroak, and that's exactly what I was worried about. But they're throwing, which is just fantastic. So we're going to go in here with the Gastrodon. Quick move it down here. As you're going to see, you already know how much it does. It's incredible. So Gastrodon is going to be one of my favorites. Empoleon is as well. Lucario and Pachirisu. This team did amazing, but like we said, you can get walled by a specific Pokemon if it is in the front, and it is just going to be all kinds of trouble unless you do some crazy maneuvering. So we're going to just go ahead and go for Body Slam just in case they have a charge move ready. Just take them out, and what you got in the back is Shadow Drapion. Since we do resist the quick move, we're just going to simply block everything and then just quick move it down. While getting the shields, we have a Pachirisu in the back. They've got 1 shield left. Let's go. We're going to go ahead and shield this up. As you see, the quick move is really not doing much at all here. Look at that. and we're just farming them down and obviously shielding this up. Okay, and they get to another charging move, which is perfectly fine. It doesn't really matter. Pachirisu, it has plenty of health left. They have no energy, and we take the win. Looking good. On to our next opponent here. What are we going to see? And we will be leading with Pachirisu the entire time, with Gastrodon in the back and Empoleon in the middle here. So you want to see the... I was going to say Empoleon. You want to see Empoleon lead, yes, with Pachirisu. That's one. And also the Drifblim here. All right? So we are going to let this go. I mean, Shadow Ball, it's doing a lot of damage, but Pachirisu, look at that. Look at luck. Tickled me. Not even a threat. So they do swap into the Toxicroak to catch the Thunder Punch here, or whatever charge move they were expecting. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Gastrodon. We're still up a shield here. Toxicroak, Sludge Bomb is not very effective, so Mud Bomb is what they're going to have to go with, which still does a decent amount of damage. So we do have some good energy built up here, bringing in that Drifblim. Now, I do shield this up just because I want to, you know, see if they'll give up that last shield when we go for Water Pulse here, but they lowered our attack, so unfortunately no. But watch this here. Can we get to the Body Slam? This will take them out. So yeah, I mean, you know, you could still do something here if you got the Water Pulse. And what you got in the back, and Empoleon got some nice lag going on here. Great lag going on here. Gotta love that. Swapping into our Pachirisu at a bit of a disadvantage here. We're not able to get in a few quick moves. Looking good. You love to see it. Getting to the Thunder Punch, but not able to get it off. I don't know if there was a little bit of lag there or what. Bringing in the Gastrodon just to do some more damage. Now, I felt comfortable here. I didn't feel like I was going to lose. I was just trying to stall as much as I can, do as much damage as possible before I did bring in the Empoleon, just to not shield, and then take them out with quick moves. Let's go. All right, looking good. This team is amazing. All right, next battle, what are we going to see? A Frostlass. Okay, we like to see this here. Now, the Sinnoh Cup, I know I was complaining about it, and I still feel like, you know, it would have been better in the Ultra League. You know, it's fine in the Great League and all that. It just took me a while to get a handle of the meta and what people were using, because it's very much a rock, paper, scissors meta. And losing the lead and the swap, you know, you can come back, of course. You can always come back from these things, but I mean, let's be realistic. Sometimes it's just, I'm just going to top left. You can just take that win. I'm definitely not going to try to play around and try to win back that battle. That's almost 99% of a loss at that point, right? Anyways, we take out Lucario. You got to love it. Like we described, or like we discussed, the quick move on the Gastrodon is just going to be removing these fighters, Lucario and Toxicroak, because of the steel and the poison. So nice, so nice. So we're going to go ahead and let that go down. Well, we have no shields. Never mind. We have no choice. So we bring in our Empoleon. They swap into Toxicroak. It's shieldless battle, so we go for Thunder, which is going to be doing a lot. Now, why do I go with Thunder? Why are you not using Thunderbolt, Poke? I don't know. I honestly do know. I guess I shouldn't say I don't know. It's because Thunder does more, and it just costs an extra quick move. I mean, it's whatever. It's no big deal. And it does a little bit more damage. Technically, you want Thunderbolt, though. So they get that off, and we're able to get to a Hydro Cannon here, and we're taking the win with our Empoleon at the end. Wow, that was a close game. Good game. Alrighty, moving on to our next opponent. What are we going to see here with that Pachirisu? And it is a Frostlass. Let's get it. All right, so we're just going to hold our ground here. I mean, there is there's a couple bad matchups. All right, so you got the ground types. Straight up, that's it. See, the thing about Pachirisu is, yes, it's good, but it has no coverage. It's Thunder or nothing. And if you get encountered with a ground type, I mean, there's not much you can do. I mean, that's why you better have your backline prepared for those specific types. Now, the bad thing about this team, that I will say, is we got Pachirisu and Empoleon weak to ground. So that's an unfortunate thing. But the Empoleon itself is going to be able to actually hit back onto those ground types with some sort of pressure to some degree with Waterfall and Hydro Cannon, but also getting hit quite significantly right back with a Gastrodon. Gastrodon is, I'll just say it is the weakness of this team. There you go. You probably already guessed it. But if you want to switch all that up, you'll lead with Gastrodon. You put Pachirisu in the middle and Empoleon in the back. And then I guess you can use Pachirisu as the safe swap, maybe Empoleon, but then you got to look out for fighters. So yeah, this team is tricky. And honestly, I'm not trying to create the most, foolproof, invincible team around. It has weaknesses. It is what it is. Next thing you know, Gastrodon videos all over the place. Watch. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and farm down. There is no other way to play this here. I guess I could have hit 2 Hydro... I mean, no. Farming down was the play. If you know you can't get to 2 charge moves, they have a shield left, you just go quick moves all the way. If you hit a charge move and it's pointless, you're going to be missing out on an extra quick move that you could have gotten in, which could have potentially costed you the game. So we have an Empoleon here. This is great. It's a good matchup. Hydro Cannon, does a good amount of damage, but it's not threatening enough to shield it up, as you can see here. Very nice. Now we get to farm down. Look at that. Beautiful. So we won the swap, bringing in a Frostlass. We're just going to go straight for the Thunder here. And I think I may swap because, yeah, we're in farm down range for them to get a good amount of energy. We bring in Empoleon, and they're like, I don't want any of that. Thank you very much. Have a good day. All right, let's keep it moving. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Gliscor. So this is a interesting one. Let's just put it that way. So basically, you're going to have to just call the Earthquake. Otherwise, you're not very effective because they are ground, but they're also flying, and you do okay amount of damage. So they go straight Earthquake, which isn't great here, but we're just going to stay here for now because we're just not taking very affected by the quick move damage. So we're just going to go for another Thunder here, and they let it go. Fantastic. We're just going to have to go down with the ship. We don't want to get locked at this point. We're just going to let the Pachirisu go down. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up, expecting an Earthquake, and there it is. So we are at a disadvantage at a Pokemon and a shield. I mean, technically their Pokemon is down too, so we're just down a shield. They bring it in a Drapion. Now, Drapion is not a good matchup for Empoleon, so if they did that, there's something in the back weak to the Empoleon, and since our Gastrodon is good against it too, we're going to go ahead and swap and just call that we're going to be able to just walk over whatever's in the back with our swap, and that's exactly what it turned out to be. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and shield this up, farm down, and we're good to go. Empoleon has too much health for the Drapion to just take it out. I mean, it's not happening. So we're just going to go Body Slam here, putting on the pressure, and they're letting it go, which is pretty brave of them. All right, could have went Earth Power, but I think they know we're just going to Body Slam to bait because they have a shield left. They go Crunch, and we take the win with Empoleon at the end. Let's get it, folks. Next battle, what are we going to see here? And it is going to be a Drifblim. There you go. There it is. And they're swapping into Munchlax. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Gastrodon. All right, so for some of these battles, I'm still not like 100% familiar with what they can take, how much damage is going to be distributed, and what the quick move damage is going to be at, and all the calculations that you have muscle memory basically for a lot of these matchups for specific Pokemon because we've done them 100 times over. But Munchlax versus Gastrodon, I'm still fairly new with this. Gastrodon, this league is the first time I'm ever using it. I had one that I made, but I never used it, so here we go. Munchlax, I've battled it, but these different Pokemon have different stats, are able to take different damage. It's all different calculations, so yeah, you get it. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and bring in our Pachirisu up against this Drifblim here, and we're in a good position, winning that matchup and going for the Thunder Punch. We're getting a shield out of them. Do I need to go Thunder? If their shields are down, yeah. Otherwise, Thunder Punch. Even if they've debuffed you 2 times, look, yeah, and they're going to just keep going Icy Wind, just keep going Thunder Punch. It's up to you. It is, honestly. So they swap into an Empoleon. We make a systematic swap as well, and we got the mirror match going on here. We're in a good position to win here. Now, I do shield this up. If you're wondering, well, why would you shield that? Just watch. You'll see. I feel like everything's just perfectly aligned, so shield that up. All right, so they're shielding it up as well, and we're almost to a charge move. The lag, it was there, it was there. As far as the quick move damage, I've got my methods that I've talked about how to make it work. So I think I'm going to start like a join button for my channel. And if you don't know what that is, I mean, you've probably seen it on every single other YouTube channel. There's a little join button where you pay a monthly subscription fee for special emotes, and I can do all kinds of tiers. I think I'll just do one tier in which I'll start dropping special videos for you. Now, the only reason why I haven't done the whole little subscription button, I guess the join button where you pay the monthly thing, is because I feel like more content to make that I could potentially put off for people that are paying. I don't like paying things. I like people paying me for stuff. If you want to support me, that's amazing. And I appreciate everything that you can help with. And the reason why I made my Patreon is because I was telling people, I was like, I'm not going to really make content. I'm not going to make different tiers. It's just going to be like a one tier thing, and you can pay $1 or whatever the amount is that you want to support me. And I will appreciate all of that. And I thank all my patrons and anybody who's donated anything and anybody who's hit the like button and everybody who's been here for a while, or even new people. Anybody who supports me, I appreciate it. And like I said before, also, if you hate me, well, God bless your soul. And I hope you have a change of heart, because it's too much of a burden on your soul to just carry a hatred towards somebody who makes content and playing a game, right? If I say things that trigger you or upset you, just, it's a game, and I have my opinion, and I'm not here to make people upset. Sometimes I just blurt things out. Now, let's get into a little story time. We're just digging a deep hole here. Not really. we were almost digging a hole, and then we're starting to kind of just make a moat. It's a safe, legit moat. So throughout my life, let's just talk about this really quick. In elementary school, I got in trouble, and it wasn't because I was a bully or I was mean or stuff like that. It was because of my mouth. My mouth always got me in trouble. They always said, you know what? It was like usually principals or teachers when I was in the office or something. You know what's going to get you in trouble? Your mouth. Throughout your life, you're gonna have to learn how to keep your mouth shut. And you all know exactly, that principal hit it right on the head. They read me like a book when I was like 7. Yeah, so I grow up, and it continues to happen. And yeah, my mouth got me in trouble. I backtalked a lot to, anyways, I don't want to go all down that route. I wasn't like the nastiest kid or something like that, but I had a little bit of an attitude going on there. All right. So anyways, there was that. This is so random, but it's just been floating around my mind. I want to just say, I want to give a big shout out to Pokedax, the other YouTuber. He's such a cool guy. If you ever think I'm taking shots at him, I've said this before, but it's not him. He's the good guy. I could see he's a good guy for sure. Also, want to give a shout out to Go Battlecast podcast. They've been trying to get me on the show. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. Shout out to you. I just don't go on podcasts. I'm a very isolated person. I feel like if I go on one of these shows, I'm going to say stuff I'm not supposed to. I may get you in trouble. Maybe, yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's where that talk came from. I was leading up to that. So if you're wondering, why haven't you been on podcasts? Do people reach out? Oh, yeah. Oh, you better believe it. And, if, sorry, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but if I'm on a podcast, it's going to probably be a little bit interesting for people to watch, because I have never been on one of those. And you already know I'm going to start popping off on the mouth, right? All right, there you go. So let's get back into the game here. What's going on? Collected some rewards here. Our score's doing pretty good for just messing around. I mean, where are we at? Oh, okay, in the 26 range. That's not bad at all. Let's get into this commentary again. Met with a Toxicroak. They got Mud Bomb, super effective. But this is a Pachirisu level 51. It takes no prisoners, like 3 Inches of Blood. If you listen to that song, go check it out. It's pretty good. Anyways, we're gonna shield that up. Go for the Thunder Punch, building up extra energy here. Just, building the illusion. See if they want to shield it up. They do. Beautiful. So we do not want the Empoleon, obviously, to be matched up with this at any cost. So swapping is not... Okay, all right, we do it there because they were so low. We could take them out with what, like 1 Waterfall now, and it's not really a threat to Empoleon. So we swap into Gastrodon. They bring in a Shadow Barrel here, taking a lot of damage. So we're going to let it go. It's going to be a Hyper Fang. Oh, a Surf. Never mind. Still takes it out because that's Shadow. Does a lot of damage. We are part ground. So what are we going to do here? Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring in Pachirisu to take them out. And they're coming in here with the Toxic. There's something in the back weak to Pachirisu. So we're going to shield this up. Yeah, there's something in the back weak to us. What is it going to be? Maybe I'm wrong. And nope, I guess I'm wrong. It is a Munchlax. So we're going to go ahead and go Thunder here, expecting them to let it go through. And they shield it up. So what do we have to worry about? Well, that thing has Bulldoze. So we're going to go ahead and catch a Body Slam on our Steel type. You like that? Oh, yeah, I know you do. Let's get it. All right, so at this moment, they probably realize they're screwed. They're not getting to any Bulldoze. Well, I mean, they are. But they're not going to be able to get to it before we get to the Hydro Cannon. So they will get to it now. We had a CMP. Okay, wow. So I take that back. It was literally right on the penny. Right on the dot. I don't know what the hell is right on the penny. So we go for Thunder Punch. We take the win. Good game. That was a close one. Somehow I felt like that name like rung a bell or something. Anyway, next battle, we're met with a Froslass here again. So we're just going to go ahead and do this Pachirisu Frostlass thing. If you're wondering, well, what's the substitute for Pachirisu? Magnezone, I guess. You're gonna not, it's not really a substitute, it's a steel type, electric. Magnezone is extremely squishy, especially in the Great Leagues. So you're even weaker to ground. You do have a steel type coverage, but if you're going up against Gastrodon, it's still useless because steel's not very effective to it anyways. So still horrible matchup. So they're coming in here with a Gastrodon here. Oh, it's one of those. Right, so like we were discussing, we're going to be weak to Gastrodon. However you like to say, if I'm saying it mispronouncing it, then, you know, whatever, you know, Gastrodon, I don't know, whatever. You know what it really reminds me of, this Gastrodon? I used to use it in the main series a little bit because of Storm Drain. Whew, what does that do? Well, it absorbs water. Do believe in it. It heals you. It's been a while. But Gastrodon, its name reminds me of, like, and this may be weird, but like stomach problems. It's not because of what it looks like. It's because of its name. A lot of, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, so we swap. They bring a Gastrodon here, and they've got there's the East and the West one. I know it's not the male and female. Get it right. Are you actually a Pokemon fan? Nobody said that. But yeah, so we're going to let this go. And yeah, we had an energy. It's a crying shame, right? So we bring that in, and what happens here? It goes Drifblim, and we lose. Whoa. Why didn't we get off that Hydro Cannon? That was weird. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent. What are we going to see with the Pachi in the front and Empoleon? There you go. That's what we want to see. Swapping into Cresselia. Now, I underestimated this one. I'm going to show you how I could have potentially lost, and how I could have, or how I potentially, or why I won. So Confusion, what's the difference between that and Psycho Cut if you're not familiar? Well, Confusion's going to gain energy at a very slow rate compared to Psycho Cut. Confusion's doing a lot more damage though, and I undermined it. I let that go, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to be able to survive. They let the Hydro Cannon go. I feel like if they shielded that up, I would have been in a very bad position. Or a little bit worse than I was. It wasn't like the worst thing in the world. So, yeah. Gonna go ahead and go Hydro Cannon here, of course. Why not? Let it farm me down. There's no need to swap. Let it take me out. I don't want to be locked. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in our Gastrodon because of the Empoleon that we see in the front. Although this thing is also going to be good up against it as well. But the Pachirisu just, you know, we'll just hold on to that. And they do the catch. All right, it's their turn to catch a Body Slam. A different trainer though. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Pachirisu here. Go for the Thunder Punch immediately. It's not going to KO, but it's still going to do a lot of damage. We're great. We're perfect. All right. This is amazing. Pachirisu is so fun to use, but at the same time, oh, it can be quite frustrating when you encounter ground type Pokemon. All right. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up, obviously. Going for an Avalanche, and we're going to go get off that Thunder Punch immediately. And it's not going to be enough. I don't know. I got nervous, I guess. We still have the Pokemon in the back, so this will KO. We'll go in a couple of quick moves here. 1, 2, and we take them out. Looking good. Take the win. All right, let's keep it moving here. We got a nice 30-minute video for you folks, so if you do enjoy those videos, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. We're met with a Wormadam trash. Why did they do that? It's so weird to they give it a, like, trash. Like, can you call it something else? Anyways, so they're going Bug Buzz here. All right. We already know that, you know, Steel's resisted by electric resists Steel. So not going Iron Head. I wasn't sure how much Bug Buzz was going to do because I'm not familiar with these battles. In comes Glade to take us out with Confusions. That's great. So we have to look out. Both of the Pokemon that we do have are not going to really want to get hit by the charge moves, right? So we bring in Empoleon. And I'm thinking we're going to have to, like, double shield this, right? So this trainer, I do believe, falls victim to the not being able to hit your charge move and quick move. Watch this. They're sitting still. They get one in. I'm pretty sure they were either not able to hit their quick move. I'm thinking they had another Leaf Blade, right? I'm thinking they had another Leaf Blade. Maybe I'm just crazy, but they definitely were sitting still for a moment there, which pisses me off when it happens to me. So anyways, we got the Empoleon versus Empoleon matchup here. Okay, looking good. They're going to let this go. Easy money, let this go. No problem at all. So down we go. In comes the Gastrodon. They immediately swap into the Wormadam trash. We let this go because we know that it's just not going to be enough. And we can take them out with a quick move here just in case they had a Hydro Cannon ready to go. And all of a sudden, we're going to take a loss. Highly doubt it because we would have had enough health. Next battle, we're met with an Empoleon. Fantastic. They're going to stay here. We got a nice weak connection going on. Gotta love to see that. And we're just building up to the Thunder or to the Thunderbolt in their mind or whatever they think we have and going for it, but they swapped to catch. That was very nice. What is it? What was that? A Frostlass. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Empoleon because this is a great matchup. Other than the fact that Shadow Ball still does quite a bit of damage, so you're going to have to call that one. And we call it. Fantastic. Now, I hit the Hydro Cannon here because I feel like they may have gotten to another Shadow Ball. I'm not trying to play around with this lag or whatever the heck's happened. Oh, yep, they shielded up. They're saying, yeah, you know, I want to go for that Shadow Ball again. So let's see it. Yep, there it is exactly. So we take it because we won the matchup. That's fine. We won the matchup. No need to double shield. Even able to get off a charge move with low health. They're getting some farm, but we'll simply go in here. I mean, we can go in here with Gastrodon at this point, honestly, and farm down because Pachirisu doesn't have enough health to take a hit. So I think we'll do that. Yep, exactly. They bring in Drifblim immediately, and we bring in our Pachirisu GGs. I'm going to go Thunder Punch. I mean, I don't know. Getting a little ahead of yourself there, Poke. It's not over yet. You're right. It's not. So we go ahead and shield up this Icy Wind. Things are getting a little bit like, you know, when you're winning or you're thinking you're winning, and then it starts to shift to, oh, hold on. Is it? Wait a minute. Am I actually? Oh my goodness. Am I actually going to lose this? You know? So I go in Gastrodon, and this is, I actually was thinking that beforehand. I was like, wait a minute. I had to go in here Gastrodon. All right, that Body Slam KOs. That's all I needed to happen. Okay. Body Slam KO Drifblim. Gotta love it. Then we take out Empoleon. Next battle, we're met with a Lucario. Interesting, and this is fine. They immediately swap it to Drapion. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Empoleon. The reason why we don't go with our Gastrodon is because Empoleon doesn't want to see Lucario, and this matchup is much better, right? Right. So we build up a little bit of extra energy. I will use a shield to win this matchup here. And if we come out of here with hardly any energy, great. I'm calling this. Oh, never mind. I'm not calling it. Okay. Not the battle. So another crunch. So yeah, we're calling it all right. Now we're calling this one. No, that's an Aqua Tail. We're letting it go. Yeah, there you go. I got a little ahead of myself on the calling there. I remember this battle. Now we're going to hit Hydro Cannon. It doesn't matter what they come in here with. Now they sneak a counter through, but it doesn't register. And we get this off. Let's go. 1 health. I don't care. Duropeck, no. Nah, blind Hydro Cannons are much safer for this meta. So they're bringing in a Gliscor. We're going to go ahead and go for the Thunder on our Pachirisu. And this is a Shadow, so it's all going to boil down to calling it. So we're going to have to say, okay, thank goodness, because if we didn't call that correctly, I think we could have still been able to do something here. Wait, how much health does the Empoleon have? Oh, what am I telling? Empoleon's... I remember this battle. All right, so we're shielding. All right, at this point, we just gotta... All right, now we're good to go. Now we're good to go. They swap into Lucario. We go for Thunder Punch. That's a GG's. I do something a little silly here, and I snipe him with our Gastrodon. Wowzers! Let's go. Taking out a flyer with a ground move. Let's get it. Next battle, what are we going to see? In the lead, a Drifblim. Let's go. Alrighty. So, the team that I put together was yielding a bunch of great leads. Gotta love to see it. So we're going Thunder Punch again, of course, because I don't need to go Thunder. I don't need to go Thunder. Even if I know they're going to not shield, then I'll go Thunder. But if I know that, you know, whatever. And they're swapping into Toxicroak. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Gastrodon. Oh, I love to see this rock, paper, scissors. Let's go. You know you got the mad skills when you can win those rock, paper, scissors, right? Oh my gosh. Sarcasm, if you cannot tell. So they're going to farm me down here. Okay. Pachirisu is definitely going to be the thing to go for. And I think we do shield the... letting it go. Oh, we're getting brave, knowing what we can take, putting all our chips on the Empoleon. Okay, that sounds good to me. What you got back there? And Empoleon yourself? GG's, since we have 2 shields. Right? Simple as that. We will shield it up. I mean, yes. And, yep, the rest is history. There you go. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you need to turn notifications on. And I'll be catching you all in my next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Pachirisu, Empoleon, Gastrodon. What a fun team. Thank you for watching, and take care, trainers.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!